And we are live. And welcome back to another Flemington Town Crier episode. I am your host, Leonardo Perez, from the beautiful town, the historical, beautiful town of Flemington, New Jersey. Or Flemington Borough, as someone keeps on mentioning it as a borough as opposed to a town or township. And, well, it's been one crazy month, or actually one crazy week. Let me just turn down the music a little bit. I've gone through quite a bit of things. I went to I've been trying to go to the museum thing, but that Phi Bonnell thing that you see on the on my calendar. For those of you who see that calendar, or historical dates and times to recall for the Flemington events, that's being updated by I don't know who in town. 5 Bonnell Street every other Sunday or something. There's nobody there. I think they are either having it repaired, or they just don't have, or they're in their winter solstice, or whatever you want to call it, and nobody's there. So with that in mind, I mean, you could pass by, you can see the outside of the building. I mean, it's historical. And I actually, while driving down that street, Bonnell Street, I found a few other historical buildings that drew my attention. So I'm figuring next time, hopefully, if given enough time to do so, I'll be able to report back to you about other historical sites in Flemington, other than the obvious one, the hotel on Main Street, which everyone seems to go to, and it's a shame. It used to be a little cafe type restaurant situation, and now it's pretty much empty and dead. I hope that changes soon for the benefit of us all here in Flemington. It's a very old building, and you can look that up on the Flemington website. I'm not going to get into details because I don't have the details in front of me. I know it's an old building. Let's see. First of all, let me just load up a few things that I should have been loaded up prior to starting the show, but you know how things happen, right? Let's do a Google search, and I'll do think 100 Democrat County, blah blah blah, just so I can read you off some top news according to the 100 Democrat. I didn't notice anybody from the group of 100 Democrat, which is actually a part of, I believe, the Courier News, NewJersey.com. They're all put together. They're all like one big happy family or something. I don't know. Anyway, I can't show you what I see on the screen, because if I did, you know what? Let's try it. I'm just scared that this thing's gonna crash. You know? Let's see what happens. Nothing. Okay, now I'm frightened. This thing's gonna crash. Adley Perez. Oh, this is so crazy. All right. Well, you're looking at what I'm looking at here, which is basically a web browser page that's telling me the news, if I wanted to find out, of Hunterdon County and, Flemington area. Local news for Flemington, Clinton, Lambertville, Lebanon, Raritan, and more. What's top in the news as of today, the 14th, at the website? Well, Flemington police charged 2 with DUI minutes apart. DUI minutes apart. Well, that's interesting. Now, weird thing, my glasses are like really off, so I have to like take them off sometimes and put them on, so forgive me. And let's turn down the music a little bit, because you really don't need to hear music, do you? Not that loud. Okay, according to this, by the Hunterdon County Democrat, March 14th at 10:51 a.m., Flemington Borough Police charged 2 men with driving under the influence within minutes of each other yesterday, March 13th at 12:57 in the morning. Patrolman Brian, I'm not going to mention his last name, stopped a silver 2007 Toyota minivan driven by James, no last name, 32 of someplace in New York, for driving multiple times toward the curb line on Route 202-31 circle and failing to stay. Well, that's pretty obvious. Something's wrong with the man. Pull him over. Yeah, it's pretty clear. But when it's not that clear, that's when it's really dangerous. Thank God the officer Brian pulled him over. And I believe, is that Flemington police that pulled him over on Route 202? I found it kind of strange. Route 202 and 31. Flemington police allowed to go out that far? I don't know. I don't know what the arrangements are with Raritan Township and Flemington Township boundaries as far as police activity or coverage or whatever. If there's cooperation, fantastic. Nothing better than cooperation. But I found it. If you want to read the full story, go to the Hunterdon County or the Hunterdon Democrat, or just go to NewJersey.com and then subsection Hunterdon. Boom, you're there. Okay? Weather, it says here, forecast from Flemington today is a clear 63 degrees and mostly sunny. Clinton Township Police charge Plainfield man with DWI on Route 78. I guess that's got to be the second one, March 14th. Joshua Blank, 25 of Plainfield, was charged with driving while intoxicated on March 10th at about 5 o'clock in the morning by Patrolman Joseph. The patrolman allegedly saw Johnson's 1993 car weaving in and out of the lane of travel on Route 78 near exit 17. 78? Is it? Am I right? Oh, this is Clinton. Okay. During the stop, patrolmen detected the odor of alcohol. Well, that's pretty much a killer right there, right? First sign of troubles, weaving in and out like you're out of control or asleep at the wheel. And then that strong stench of alcohol as they turn toward you, right? That's it. That's all it takes. I don't think you need a breathalyzer test, although that would then, put into question the integrity of the police department. And, he could be lying. He could be making things up. Let's put it all on paper. Okay. Enough of that. Clinton Township moving ahead with solar power project that could reduce municipal electricity costs 30 to 100%. That's good. Raritan Township Police charge Lebanon man with shoplifting at Walmart. Our Walmart? No way. March 14th. Police arrested Gary, of 41 years of age, of Lebanon, and charged him with shoplifting from Walmart on Route 31. On March 9th at about 10 o'clock in the morning, police were called to the store by a loss prevention employee who allegedly saw White House. Who's White House? Remove several items of merchandise from their packaging and put them in his pockets. Damn, things are getting bad, right? Full story. Go to the NJ.com. Letters. Hit them with higher taxes and folks will stop being slobs. Okay, March 14th. That doesn't sound too good, does it? To the editor, Patricia, in last week's Democrat wrote, "Don't cut taxes." The author is impatient with the anti-tax fever spreading through America. New Jersey already suffers. She suspects that Europe has the answer. But of course, Europe is the place one looks for clues on social or sound-found fiscal policies, the author notes, driven. Okay. I mean, you know what? I don't care. Clinton. Is there anything here that even comes close to Flemington? Sweetheart dance held at Hunterdon. Wow, that's nice. A Rucker Snyder Farm. Okay, I think I read enough articles to make you sickly. But if you need more information, if you don't feel that sickly, if you crave more, go to this website, nj.com, and just add the /Hunterdon, and you're there. All right? So, a moment of break. Just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. After you've enjoyed that wonderful mod music in the background, you're watching the Flemington Town Crier live podcast show via Ustream, and I hope this doesn't crash. Oh boy, that's a mouthful. There's the hotline if you want to call, covering my face, all right? You don't need to see my face. You want to call, you want to become part of this live podcast show and want to put in your own 2 cents within reason, please. Please do so. You're welcome to do the call. That phone is pretty much monitored between 9 and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then after that, it's just ignored totally. People got to sleep. They got lives to move on to, and after all, this is a non-profit, non-paying endeavor on my part, okay? And again, let's make sure we understand that this podcast is brought to you possibly or truly by Ustream .tv and its Ustream producer. I'm using the Windows version, and so far so good. I had to reinstall it. Okay, what else? And my only affiliate that I'm recognizing for some time, I'm getting ready to end this and just kind of look and see what the results are. And if they're not, then I'll make no more reference to them. At least not in my show anyway. So everything seems to be working okay. I got an intro video that you guys could see, but it's really for the wrong show. It's for my Tech Ranch show, not the Flemington Town Crier. So this episode is not going to have an intro and exit video credits and all that good stuff until I sit down and actually put it down and update some of this recent changes. Let's move on to my show and talk about something else. Now you can hear me, right? Okay. This is the only form or paperwork that I got from my town hall meeting episode, or rather encounter, March 5th of 2012. So, I'm sorry about that. I do have a video that I could show you, but, God, I don't have any idea where the heck it's saved. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on just a second while I turn up the music. Oh, found it. Okay, let's take a listen to it. There we go. Okay, this is Leonardo Perez, your Flemington Town Crier, at his very first Town Hall Planning Board meeting. It is, what day is it today? 9th? 12th? I forget what day it is. Anyway, they discuss a whole bunch of things, some good stuff, some bad stuff. And they were stuck on the potbelly thing. So, if you're into potbellies, today was the day you should be here. Or farm animals or anything else, because they were ripe. Cover some more topics on the Flemington Town Crier as far as news coverage and some of the points that were brought up in this town hall meeting or planning board meeting with the information I was provided and what I can get later on. So, Lee Perez, your reporter in Flemington, New Jersey, saying, watch it. They're doing things behind your back. Come to these meetings. Okay, that was me and my infinite wisdom and glory of attending the town hall board meeting on March 5th. Basically, they covered more or less 3 subjects, at least that I was aware of at the time that I walked in. I walked in a little bit late. I was falling behind, always falling behind in things. One was when I walked in was the superintendent tentative 2012-2013 budget plan for Flemington-Raritan Regional School District Board of Education. I found the gentleman, the superintendent of the school in charge of this district, to be very intelligent, very calm, very reasonable in his explanation, although he was slightly attacked by a few individuals that had agendas other than just looking into making sure things work out smoothly. Although I got no problem with people asking questions, just that, I don't know, it just seemed like there was a hostile environment toward the man, unnecessary. Could it be he's at the wrong party? I don't know. Let's turn the music down. All I know is I walked in trying to be quiet, and I didn't really want to participate directly with the interaction of the town folks and city council, but I stood up a few occasions. So anyway, going back to the budget development process, July 2003 to 2012, Board Finance has met, monthly monitored, and contained district spending. So he's telling us that he contained district spending. Budget development timeline, December 2011 to 2012. Building department meetings, discuss budgets, borough. I'm going to see if I can post this as a PDF online so you guys could read this in detail. Budget priorities: maintain student safety through maintenance projects, maintain academic programs and services, protect the core average class sizes. One thing he did mention that, I mean, just caught me right off. I mean, it is his desire to make sure that the students, especially those at the higher up levels like high school, have a quality education related to technology. And that right away grabbed my attention, because we are lacking skilled trained people in technology to fill the shoes in of those who no longer are working, or job positions that are made available. I'm going to give you guys an inside rumor, okay? Non-verified and generalized, so that way I'm not pointing any fingers to anything or anyone. There is a rumor out there that in the vicinity of Bridgewater, town of Bridgewater, New Jersey, a major corporation in computers, major, big shot, I mean big shot, is planning on opening and operating a support and service center in direct competition with the rest of the people, like Best Buys and others, to support networking, computers, and the likes, PCs, all right? I don't think they're going to be supporting Macs, but I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, they're in the process right now interviewing and seeking out talent that is already employed in the region to bring them in their fold. Now, those people that are the lucky ones that get into this family company, almost this family environment, and you probably know already who I'm talking about by that, will hit the jackpot career-wise, okay? Regardless of what pay. And I'm sure the pay is going to be much better than Best Buys or any other store that seems to belittle the trade by hiring little youngsters and paying them minimum wage and belittling your talents and your maybe long-term dedication. Techs out there, and you know who I'm talking about, right? You guys out there know who I'm talking about. You guys have spent quite a few years, maybe a couple of certifications, overnight study, you know, name it, a lot of coffee, a lot of aspirins, yeah, as opposed to some guy just straight out of high school who says, I know what a computer is and I know how to work it. Okay, here you go, front desk. I mean, it's great. I mean, you know, it's the beginning of a sign of interest. It's a starting point, but it is what most would consider rookie level, entry level, not to be taken too seriously, you know, until further training. So for those young kids here, especially the ones, young adults, I'm sorry, not kids, young adults that are in the process of graduating high school and maybe going to college, this is a great opportunity for you guys to look into it. Like I said, it's a major corporation. I might need to say who it is on another episode of maybe Tech Rant Show, and I might just do that, so pay attention. But also pay attention to your teacher and, study. Get those grades up. Keep them up. Learn all you need to know to make your function as a technology expert that much better. Okay? And remember, no matter how much you know, you're never, ever an expert. Period. There's always something you're missing. Okay, so don't stand on that high hill and then say, I've got nothing else to learn. You've got tons of stuff to learn. And the field in technology is wide. All right, be humble. Especially as a rookie. You better be humble. You've got a lot to learn. All right, and, this happens in every field of study. I mean, the police force, they got their rookies. The fire department, they got their rookies. Every company, service, whatever, has their rookie system. And you all understand that sometimes rookies think they know more than what they really do. All right, here, going back to the budget totals, 2012 to 2013, revised appropriations, general fund, $51,120,874. Proposed for 12 to 13 is $52,453,806. A difference of plus $1,332,932. A change of 2.61% during the course of 1 year. All right. So they went up 2.61% 1 year, and inflation levels, I don't know what are the inflation levels, so I don't know if it comes close to it. Special revenue, and that's just the general fund, special revenue funds. Now, these are the funds, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, these are the funds that are generated from, like, say, grants and donations from local corporations that believe in the youngsters that are studying in this area. Look at the amount. Now, part of it could be them, could be something else, some other grant or other funding, right? Special revenue fund, I think that's what it means. I could be wrong. Anyway, in revised 11 to 12 is $1,382,347. The proposed 12-13 appropriations is, $809,836, a difference of less than $572,511, a minus, a drop of 41%. In other words, if this is true about the reflection of industry in the area, their confidence in reinvesting in our future students, they have lost confidence by almost close to a 42% factor. That's not good. So they don't want to invest. They prefer sending away from China and elsewhere than to invest in local talent. How true-blooded American can you be than that? Yeah, you know who you guys are. Total debt service fund is revised. Appropriations 11-12 is $3,984, or rather $3,984,519. The proposed is $3,726,000, a difference of $257,000 less, a 6.47% decrease. Okay, so the total budget before was $56 million and change. Now it's $56 million and change, slightly higher, a difference of $502,016, due mainly because of the general fund being increased, and only because it tapered off the rest of the crap that got lost, the 41% and the 6.47%. So it gained, or was in total budget, it was raised by 0.89%. 0.89%. Okay? 0.89%. Now, in a time that many people that raise the issue that are suffering decreased hours, decreased benefits, and you know who you people are, right? Maybe even loss of job, which would mean 100% total loss of your income immediately. Most people are looking at anywhere between, 10 to 30, more or less, percent decrease in benefit pays and everything combined because of the so-called hard times we're going through. And, of course, prices are not much cheaper out there for gasoline and stuff, so your expenses are going higher as well. So that might increase as well your ability to budget, or your income level, right? Your ability to use your money. In a time when everybody, normal people out there, the gas station pump attendant, the guy who makes your sandwich and coffee, the guy who cleans your floors, the guy who attends you at the emergency room, the guy who picks you up because you're sick from an ambulance, all the other Joes that are out there that are not behind a desk with a tie and a salary of an administrator or elected official. I proposed this thing in the city town hall meeting as my ending goodbye of that day, I believe, that they should, if they believe honestly that what they're doing is benefiting the town, and they truly honestly want to make the budget work or reflect reality so that it's not imposing undue hardship to the residents, they should take a 30% across the board decrease in their salaries and benefits. Okay? Some even said, don't even do that. 10-15%. Show some sign that you're willing to take on the same pain that the rest of us are going through, and reinvest it back into the budget and see if things could balance out then. What do you think? I got such a dead silence from both the audience and the people, the city council members that were there, and a couple of looks, stares up like, what the hell? That it was kind of funny. And the thing was that the discussion that was taking up so much time, the potbelly pig issue controversy in Flemington. Yes, we have a potbelly pig issue controversy. Not to demean our city hall, but when they start taking up subjects like that and using them for 6 weeks, that's what was said in the meeting, 6 weeks long, talking about pot-belly pigs that weigh more than 50 pounds must be eliminated by decree because of a disturbance factor, an eyesore to the public, an embarrassment to the rest of us poor people that live in Flemington. I guess seeing so many retail stores closed and out of business is not an eyesore, but pot-belly pigs, oh my God. Watch out, that epidemic. You guys better be careful when you come into Flemington. You might be overrun by the so-called potbelly pig issue. Then someone said, well, let's stop discriminating against animals and just include any animal that weighs over 50 pounds. Has anybody got a dog that weighs over 50 pounds? Can you imagine somebody knocking on your door and saying, oh, by the way, sir, you're in violation of city ordinance. You'll have to either remove that animal or we'll remove it for you or destroy it. We'll give you 10 days. And they come in 10 days later and says, sorry, we got to take your animal, destroy it, and send you the bill because someone's got to pay for it. The city's not going to. Wow. Wouldn't that make headline news? Somebody said, oh, that's totally illegal. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are illegal, yet they're being done. And if you make an issue of or a decree approved by the city saying it could be done, you're the one that has to fight it in court after the fact. Meaning after your pet has been killed. Done. Over. Finished. Do you really want to wait till then? This topic took up an hour and a half. And maybe even longer because I couldn't stay there any longer because my ribs were about to bust from laughter. I had to leave. Only one, to the credit to that one city council member, made sense and said, enough is enough, come on. Please. 6 weeks is long enough talking about potbelly pigs, 50-pound limits, and all this. We don't have a potbelly pig problem. Let's move on. Let's get rid of this. Who brought this up anyway to begin with? You know, whose contact or bud within the city hall brought this up because maybe their neighbor was offending them with a potbelly pig. I think there's only one resident that was mentioned that has a potbelly pig, so it's got to be one of their neighbors that's I don't know, related to some big shot in city hall, and decided to make this into a big deal and waste our time and money because, by the way, everybody that's there that's an employee of the city, including and especially the lawyer that is used for advice during the council meetings, they're all getting paid for this. So it's coming out of your tax hides, taxpayers, this potbelly pig controversy. And I only went to one meeting. I have no idea what other issues they wasted your tax dollars on. Now, if they don't need to meet, don't meet. If there's no important topic to discuss, stop. Decrease the amount of planning board meetings, thereby decreasing the cost without taking a pay cut. All right? There's just so many ways. I mean, if it's necessary to have a freaking meeting every week in a little town like this, I mean, we're in trouble. Every week or every other week. You know, what's wrong with once a month? I think once a month is more than enough for a small town like Flemington to talk about potbelly pigs and geese and everything. Useless topics. And maybe we wouldn't feel so bad. I even suggested that they should charge entry fee because other than being a very serious topic, really, to tell you the truth, it was pretty funny and it was better than watching Comedy Hour, and they should charge entry fee and maybe even have a little another source of income for the budget there. I know people that would probably pay to see such comedy. I mean, they'd probably walk away and shake their head and say, oh my God, we're actually paying taxes to these people to do this comedy. Yeah, anyway. So there are a few people within the city council that are trying to do things seriously. There are people that are trying to promote good programs. Unfortunately, sometimes they are bombarded and drowned out by unnecessary city ordinance proposals or whatever. The budget seems reasonable, well explained by the superintendent. The other issue that I was there and heard about was the landlord problem of background checks. I don't think you need to delegate everything to a landlord. I think if they use common sense, oh my God, someone should get a degree in that. It should be required by all city hall employees, any government agency employee. But anyway, if you apply common sense, and I stood up, and that was one of the 3 occasions I stood up, I said, you can go online and do a background check on anybody whose name you know, period. Dog the Bounty Hunter does it all the time. There's a subscription fee, I believe, $20 a month. It's a very good service. It might not be 100% accurate, but at least it gives you some idea of who the person is. You can verify the information very easily because it'll say town of this, town of that, and this is public information. You can ask for it, and boom, bingo, bango, now you know who wants to rent from you. A little effort, right? Avoid all those multiple thousands of dollars that one person said it cost them to remove a tenant that was troublesome afterwards. Just a little effort, that's all. A little precaution, practice. Like playing a piano, it takes a little practice, so not everybody's good at everything, so we got to practice. Even when you're good at something, if you stop doing it for a while and you try doing it again, you tend to trip up. You need to practice again. And this applies to almost any situation. I speak from experience, right? So anyway, we are at how many? 35 minutes long. I'm a little scared that my YouTube account will not allow a video past 30 minutes on the Flemington Town Crier account. It is allowing me close to an hour on the Tech Rant show, and thank you very much, YouTube, for doing that. I guess I'm getting good at something, and or more popular. I don't know what the measurement of that allowance is, but I'm there. Anyway, so I'm going to let you go with the fact that I went to the town meeting. There were other issues that were pending. I couldn't get information about anything else other than this, which was pretty interesting, to tell you the truth. The rest of it I just heard. I disagreed with a few. I made a few comments. I think I stood up like 3 times. I wanted to stand up more. I was tempted to say so many things now. Now that I've awakened the demon inside of me that point things out when they don't see them right or correct. So please, Town of Flemington, we have very important issues like, first of all, we really need to take care of downtown, make it a little bit more friendly, not so ghostly, and bring in some commerce. Let's cooperate with Raritan Township. Let's maybe propose a sign. See, here's some ideas I can give you. I'm not elected. I'm not getting paid for any of this. This is free, totally free to you. Create a sign that's on the main highway thoroughfares that says "This way to historic Flemington," and work it out with Raritan Township or whatever department of transportation that's in charge of the property lines and stuff, in order to put up that signs to redirect traffic into the Flemington area. Now, once you get traffic in to the already established businesses that we have, and we have some pretty good businesses, historic sites, antique shops. Maxine's got some beautiful items right off the train, right near off the train tracks, and we got Jim of ABC Computers. A small town with a computer store, unheard of. Anyway, we got Jim, and we got a couple of other people there. We got a pizzeria, a little cafe. We got the post office. We got a place for business cards. There's just all kinds of good stuff, and of course we got the offices, the main offices of Hunterdon County, being that Flemington is the county seat, the capital of Hunterdon. And I don't think it's taking advantage of that. I really do think that there are more things that they can do to take advantage of that factor. So, Flemington, get some signs, redirect people into the town, pretty up the place, make it a little more, I don't know, look so gloomy. You come into town, it's so empty and so many for sale, for rents, and empty buildings, just, oh my God, what's going on in here? This poor town, everyone's abandoning ship. And there's no reason for it. There are other towns just as historic and small as Flemington that are doing just fine as far as traffic of people and money. Because that's, in the end, that's what you want. You want to draw in that income, that money that's out there into the town for taxes via employees that have been hired. They pay into taxes, blah, blah, blah. And, it's a good thing. It all begins to work forward, Until then, you can't be just chasing down every single senior and person with a pot-bellied pig and trying to put an ordinance to try to tax them to solve the issues. It just seems unreasonable. All right, enough of that. Enough of the pot-bellied pig issue. Please, I would recommend that you do, on occasion, I'm not saying in every time, on occasion, go to one of your town meetings, and it doesn't have to be just Flemington. Flemington is not unique in its nature. It is just an example of what's going on in the state of New Jersey, starting from our Honorable Governor Christie insulting a veteran SEAL because the emperor cannot be challenged. Of course, we don't know the details. Maybe the guy sent him to hell, insulted him personally, attacked him personally, and protect yourself, because it's uncalled for. I don't care who or what you are, you should never disrespect another person in that form, shape, or fashion. But from what I've been seeing, that's not the case. Maybe I'm wrong. You people could tell me. You can send me emails. You can tweet me. I just want to make a mention to the fact that the only charity that I believe in right now, at the moment, is the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, finding cures and saving children. Please send your donations when you can. Also, I also believe in the local charities as far as the police department, fire department, and first aid squad. If you have extra money, come on, a few bucks. You probably waste that on stupid things. Send it in. You know, it's only like once a year that they actually ask for donations. They send you a little envelope, or they're standing there in a corner asking. Do your part, you know, to chip in and fix things and make things right. You know, little by little, everything can be corrected. You know, maybe not all at once, but little jab here, little jab there, and then all of a sudden we have a pot of gold that will, in the perfect world, fix everything. So do your part. Stop complaining and actually do something. Okay, it doesn't require you to draw blood. Okay, small baby steps. And once again, thanks to Ustream today for providing me with a great signal. Also Comcast. Comcast, you're providing me with a very stable signal. This is direct wired. I spoke to a Will. Well, that's a different topic altogether we're going to discuss in the next show. So this is Lee Perez from the historical town of Flemington, New Jersey, saying thank you for watching another episode of Flemington Town Crier. I'm confused, right, between the two shows. It's only once a month. That's why. And send me your comments via email, Gmail, Google+, Facebook, YouTube. I mean, I'm not hiding. I'm out there. And if you want to get a hold of me and contact me, you can. Okay, just be kind. So until next time, this is Lee Perez saying take care and visit the town of Flemington, a historical town near you with so many gems and features that you still can enjoy. Take care until next time.